Welcome to Citizen Dialogue on First Night News. Now let's take a look at the top stories making headlines across the globe. Firstly, Otti gets a boost ahead of 2027 as ranking Abia Lawmaker Defects to Labour Party with hundreds of supporters. President Tinubu lauds 3 northern governors of improvement on insecurities. Defection not guaranteed for electoral victory. El-Rufai to defecting governors ahead of 2027. Joining me on set to have this discussion is Kings Ojalo and Ugochukwu Ifeanyichukwu. I remain your host, Cassie Tony. It's a pleasure having you, Kings.
Thank you so much, Cassie.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah.
And to you, Ugochukwu, very much welcome to you.
Good morning, Cassie. Good morning to our viewers in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, and the world at large. So we are here today to continue to shape the society and also looking at the Nigerian politics.
All right, thank you so much, Ugochukwu, for that. Now, moving ahead to Otti gets a boost ahead of 2027. I'm going to start with you, King Sojalo.
Yeah.
The APC lawmaker of the Ngwa East local government state constituency has actually defected to the Labour Party. Now, this is defection. Is it a boost for Otti?
Well, according to the statement of Chief Paul Terrible, who has been in the APC, who has been in the APC and now to the Labour Party due to his observance of Alex Otti,
yeah.
yes, and gave reasons for his defections. Yes, I think he has made some statement that really triggered the air.
Okay.
Yes, that he has no reasons, that he has no compromises against the governor, and no cause to criticize his effort. So he has seen his effort, he has seen his buoyant administrations in Abia State, which he has also choose to follow suit, follow his mandate, talking about Alex Otti. Yes, we also see the defection of the chief, and also the defection of also a colleague, Teresa Oxford, who alongside with 100 supporters to the Labour Party recently. I think outside boosting the effort, boosting that effort of Alex Otti, I think this is a welcome development in the state of Abia.
Okay.
I think people are beginning to realize their steps, for effortless movement, not just for the Labour Party and also for the mandate of Alex Otti to move on. We could see his good work. A whole lot of people have commended him, high organizations, high-profile personals, even governors across, the federations.
That's
you
right.
Understand? Even His Excellency himself.
Yeah.
You understand? So for individuals, for opposition rivals to want to start criticizing, criticizing his effort and administration, the oppositions, former governors and vice speaker of the legislative and thereabout. I think it's a means of, how will I put it, trying to, bring themselves into the hierarchy of political affairs of Abia State. So that is why they are trying to downgrade the effort of Alex Otti. But let it be known that, look, Alex Otti is working effortlessly, to make sure that Abia State stands its ground. So anyone trying to, criticize the effort and administration of Alex Otti is doing that, on his own. How will I put it now?
Would I say risk?
Let me not even use the word risk. He's doing that on his own backsliding. Yes, Alex Otti has done well for the fact that 100 supporters could come to his own backing. You understand? In order for him to regain position in 2027, definitely we could see that yes, this is what the people of Nigeria, and this is what Nigerians are looking up to. These are the kind of people we really need in the system
I'll have to stop it there for
of this
a
country.
moment.
You understand?
Have to stop it there
and we'll see the flow of governance.
I'll have to stop it there for a moment. I'm going to get back to you. All right, to you, Ugochukwu. Concerning what Kings Ojalo said, given the coming together of former governors of Abia State, calling themselves team, who plan on unseating Governor Otti, the fact that, okay, because of what he's doing in Abia State and the rest of them, and now we're now seeing the lawmaker with his followers coming together, hundreds of them defecting from APC to Labour Party. Now, is it that these three governors, we're talking of Ikechukwu, Igbazu, and the Deputy Rep House Speaker, are they losing their grounds based on the fact that they've been planning on seating Alex? Now, this guy and his followers, his supporters coming to support Alex, what are they seeing in Labour Party? Are they seeing the development in Labour Party, the fact that Alex is working, the good things that Alex is doing? Is it a turning point for Alex that, okay, he stands a chance for second term?
Cassie, you have asked a lot of questions in one.
You merged the both of them and answer.
You know, success has a lot of followers,
yes,
a lot of brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Nobody associates with failure.
With a failure, yeah. It's just like a disease.
Yeah, so once there is success, you know, it attracts. It's like honey and bee. So you don't, any human person that is very insane, that is very sane, and that has an eye for what is good, and also somebody, you know, some people don't love themselves. So anybody who loves him or herself will be happy for what Otti is doing in Abia State. Even we in River State as the sister state, we are happy because the wind of what is happening in River State, Abia State did not allow it to affect them. You recall, I don't know how, if you know about the geographical location of Abia State. I schooled in Abia State before I traveled. I had my secondary school in Abia State. I spent like 8 or 9 years in Abia State. After that, I went for apostolic work. I also had another program in Abia before I left Abia State. So Abia is like a second home to me. And I knew Abia towards the tail end of Ojo Okalu's administration. Then after that, we saw what Ojo Okalu did, and we saw how Otti, how T.O.J. won election even while he was in prison. We saw the damage and the carnage which the immediate past governor, in the person of Okozie Bazo, caused in Abia State, who had a project called audio or visual airport project. We started constructing a flyover for more than 3 years. And as I speak to you now, those who ply that road just this past Christmas season is saying that it is even a death trap. And we saw him trying to hibernate with the former governor of Abia State in order to save his face. But that aside, the lawmaker who defected or who willingly went to join Otti in the progressive governance is providing for Abians is a welcome development. It is for his own good. Otti didn't need him. You see, you don't make trouble with somebody who have nothing to lose. Otti has, as he stands now, he has nothing to lose.
That's right.
His second tenure is as easy as whatever you can think about. If the people could stand by him when they saw nothing. The thing here is Otti came and started building from the scratch. Are we talking about the debt? Are we talking about the Ikone, Cemetery, Ungwa Road? Are we talking about Ariaria Road? Are we talking about Fox Road? Are we talking about those roads that were impassable? He did now.
We're talking about electricity as well.
Are we talking about the development that Abians have witnessed? So even when Labour Party was in turmoil, what happened? Otti quietly aligned with Zenith Labour Party to conduct local government elections, just like what we saw in River State.
That's right.
River State governor used APP, but his own didn't stand. So he quietly had a seamless local government election, which has stood the ground. And the people saw what he's doing, and they're aligning with him. And I know that Otti will not look for a platform. He is a bride that everybody is courting. Even the federal government on that is courting him. You know, because everybody likes success. Those who are, who are sane in mind, who do not, play the ostrich. they love what success means. And the Otti is a definition of success, development, governance. Somebody who is ready for the job. You know, he came prepared.
Yeah, very
and
prepared.
We can see it on the ground.
Yes.
And he is delivering. So the man who has gone there is to also make sure that he returns to the house. In my view, he's not doing Otti any favor.
Okay.
He is coming in for
gain.
his own good.
Yeah.
Yes, because he might not even go back, given what Nigerians are suffering in the hands of APC from the federal, in unemployment, insecurity, and all whatnot.
Okay, so if I will interject you said he's coming in to do himself a favor. Now, is this coming in, is it for genuinity, or he's just coming in based on the achievements of Otti?
You know, politics is an interest-driven game.
Okay.
He has seen the interest, and he has seen those who are political masters, they watch ahead of time.
Okay.
So he has seen the handwriting written clearly on the wall and where the people are going. Even some of them who are in APC and PDP, although PDP definitely they will defect.
Okay.
Because their party is in comatose.
Yeah.
Their party is like a vehicle without an engine.
That's right.
Because they don't have who will sign their form for them to stand to contest.
So I will have to stop you there. We'll come back. I will come back to you.
It is for his own good.
I'm going to stop you there. I'll come back to you. Thank you so much for that beautiful response. Now, moving ahead to a major development, President Tinubu launched 3 northern governors of improvement on insecurity. I will still start with you, Ugochukwu. Why is President Tinubu lauding these 3 governors of the northern region? We're talking about Kaduna, Borno, and Katsina. He said they've been working so hard on insecurity. Now, those governors, are they now security agencies that Governor Tinubu, President Tinubu is hailing? Are they now security agencies?
You know, according to the Nigerian constitution, Mr. President is the CNC. They call him he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And that's why you see that he's orderly, he's a military man. Other governors, they are policemen. So the buck stops at his table, and the federal, according to the constitution, the federal government deals with defense and foreign policies. So Mr. President is the commander-in-chief, and anything concerning security, both internal and external, rests on his table.
Yeah.
And the governors are just answering chief security officers on the paper.
Yeah.
Because they don't even have the power to command even the DPO. Even ordinary DPO in their state, they cannot give order, because the DPO would like to get order from the commissioner. And the commissioner goes to the regional Deputy Inspector General of Police before they go to Inspector General of Police. So also in the armed forces. So the question will be, is Mr. President shifting his constitutional duties to them? Are they the ones mobilizing, or is he sending the soldiers, and now those governors are now funding, buying arms for those security agencies being sent to those states? So they can only work based on the directive they receive from the security chiefs through Mr. President.
Okay.
If Mr. President is lauding them for improvement in security, that means he is invariably telling us that he is also doing his best to improve security. And again, those states, in my own view, till now, are not safe havens.
Okay.
Because we have pockets of banditry. There are the one that in Nigeria they manufacture a lot of things. They say ungoverned spaces.
Yeah.
But when you go there to conduct election. You go there to collect tasks. That you now allow non-state actors to be controlling such a place, and you say other place the Nigerian territory. So it is laughable. And some of those states governors he's talking about are those who have seen on a table, negotiating with bandits and terrorists on how to stop killing their people.
That's why I was
so I don't understand what Mr. President is saying.
Commending them for.
Because for me, he has ended up saying nothing. Because some of the recent adoptions, some of the kidnapping, some of the ungoverned spaces we have not started governing them. So for me, Mr. President is just playing to the gallery.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ugochukwu. Kings, I heard you chuckling, laughing, and then making some chipping. Do you have a contrary opinion, or you want to add to what he's saying? But before you add to what he's saying, the president actually said he is losing sleep over this insecurity that is happening around us. He's losing sleep, and I'm like, why is he losing sleep in his mansion? Someone who is in Asorok, with enjoying everything, why is he losing sleep? If he, as a president, is losing sleep, what happened to the parents of the victims? What happened to the villagers who are being attacked? Now, he said the state is enjoying security. There's no longer insecurity there. But we look at Plateau. Plateau is also in the north, if I'm not wrong. Now, something happened in Plateau on Sunday. There was an attack. Church members were attacked. Those who had programs in the church, they were attacked. And this thing happened in Plateau. Why is the president now saying that the governors of the state are doing so well in insecurity? Is Plateau not part of the northern states?
Well, Kasi, you've asked me so many questions, but on the long run, I will definitely summarize and break it down. You see, starting with the question you asked my colleague concerning commending some governors, talking about Katsina, Kaduna, and Borno states. I believe in the last 3 weeks or there about 2 weeks, attacks have really occurred. Or let me say in the last 1 month, attacks has really occurred in these various states, including Kwara State and thereabouts. Now, the governor commending there, I think, he is just trying to cover up. Let's be honest, you understand? Because I don't see any reason why this set of governors should be commended in any way. I thought the president rather would challenge them to do more and also boosting their to improve their conduct or trying to tackle insurgencies and terrorism in those regions. You understand? We know about, look at Katsina. We've heard of some, some areas where, if you could recall that news where they were celebrating release of a bandit head and thereabout. In Kaduna, we saw the recent killing that happened in a church or thereabout. In Borno State, where farmers has had clashes with, where they were kidnapped, by Boko Haram and also some ISIS group like that. And the president here is coming out to say, he commend them and, giving them probably kudos of their, trying to tackle the menace. How can you be commending governors who probably, after capturing the citizens, you go about negotiating with terrorists, giving them, instead of calling federal backing in military power to tackle these insurgencies? That is the question. And secondly, he's saying he has sleepless nights. A president who is having sleepless, will he be planning on traveling to the UK to see the King Charles? I think he's traveling on the 13th
that was my thought exactly.
On the 13th of March. You returned for Turkey recently. Then the next news we had, over 170 people died in a Kwara State. So what sleepless night? A president who has sleepless night will not even think of any trip at this moment. You will see. I gave you, if you can recall one of our discussion, I told you about the Chad president who went on the front line with his army on military uniform to tackle some insurgencies happening in the border of Borno and the Republic of Chad. That's to make sure the menace happening in that country and in the borders of that country, and definitely it worked. They captured these insurgencies. They captured. Look at what happened in Niger recently, where ISIS and banditry, attacked their military base in the capital, in the capital state. It's fine. Some of these ISIS escaped, but most of them were captured, and also the president took part in that. So what are we talking about? What sleepless nights does he have? Let's be honest with ourselves. What sleepless night? The president should be truthful to himself. You understand? Yeah. All Nigerians are demanding from him is full enforcement, full deployment. Make sure in any way find solutions to this menace happening. I think there's no time for recommending all these governors like life of Umar.
You flip over. Mr. President is talking about lauding and all these are political jargon. These are his strongholds as the 2027 election approaches. And to me, I feel that Mr. President is playing with words. and they're playing with the lives of Nigerians. Because if you're commending them, the question will be, what are those governors doing with their security votes?
Exactly.
You know, this subsidy removal has made Nigerians forget that governors, there are a lot of monies given to governors for security votes.
That's right.
Even down to the local government chairman. What are they doing with the money? And those monies are not accounted for. You cannot hold any governor accountable.
Budget presented to the House of Senate.
Not even the budget.
For insecurity.
About the security vote.
You know, this conversation is getting heated. Yes, it's heated, but we will come back to this conversation. We'll come back. So I want us to move to another major development of the defection not guaranteed for electoral victory. Now, El-Rufai, is it schooling governors about the faction? Because I'm seeing it as he's lecturing them now. He has turned to a lecturer. You know, when a lecturer wants to school his children, he has actually turned to a lecturer. So is he now lecturing the governors about the faction?
Well, I don't think this is about lecturing, but I think it's about foresight. You see, El-Rufai has...
foresight is not a visionary.
Anyhow you want to put it, can't put it that way, but you see, El-Rufai has been a prominent individual who has really, in one way or the other, taking the role of an activist. Yeah, we all know him to be the former governor of a state and also one of the chieftains in the ADC as well recently. But if you look at his mandate, I think he's not just because he's in an opposition that is, trying to criticize governors, the Campi, or even the president as well. And they see the APC as a safe haven. It's just letting them to have a rethink. That is all what is put in here. Because most of these governors, if you look at their defection, it's out of, should I use the word, selfish interest.
Some of them are defecting based on what they stand to gain.
Aside what they stand to gain, having the, the mindset of the retaining power in the political affair of the country. Okay, look at let me use dear Governor Fubara, for instance. Now, maybe out of pressure he defected from the PDP to the APC, but if you look at it, there are still pressures mounting on him. Exactly. So this is okay. He also used that of Goodluck Jonathan as an example of this whole thing. Despite Goodluck being being in power, as at that time, before he handed over power to Buhari. But yet, he couldn't make use of that federal power to reclaim back presidency. So that is what he's trying to let them know, that look, no matter your defection or assurance from this administration, so if you think probably the power of wealth and this thing belongs to the president himself and it cannot be taken out from him, that they should have a rethink. So I see in this statement, and if you look at it, our governors, I think they really have to have a rethink, just as El-Rufai has made it, because you were brought into power through a particular platform, and at the end of it, you take that power to another political party, even without recommending, having a rethink of, okay, this was the platform I came into power, and you just I don't know how to put it, but without not having a rethink, driving to another political party that doesn't even know how you struggled for it.
I'll stop you there for a moment. So, Ugochukwu, he made mention of a lot of things that I want you to clarify. As he said, Goodluck Jonathan couldn't use his power to sustain himself. But we understand that El-Rufai was the engineer. He actually engineered the removal of Goodluck Jonathan from office. Now he's playing a saint. He made a statement that power comes from God alone, and only God can take and also give. Now, what is he now playing at? Is it playing a sense in the sense that he is now in ADC and is trying to criticize those that have defected to APC? That them running to APC simply means that they feel the president has the power to give them everything that they want, forgetting the author and the finisher.
You know that one thing that's happening, Cassie, is Nigerian leaders are quick to mention God. Like Kama said that the religion is the opium of the people. When they want to share our money, all of them are in the same religion. They won't vote. But when they finish sharing our money and disenfranchising Nigerians, denying us of our God-given wealth, what they will do is to ask us to be praying for them.
Yeah.
And to pray to and leave it for God.
Yes.
So that time has gone. I'm not in that boat.
Okay.
Of leave it for God or God. Like I said in our show yesterday, God created the world and gave it to man. If you want to know much about the power of human being, go and read Psalm 8.
Okay.
Even naming of those things, and God continues the creation. The act of creation is continuing through man. God didn't create aeroplane. God didn't create those tablets and computers. It's man, but it's the ingenuity and the acumen God has given to man that man continues to, continue in procreation.
That's right.
So when they bring God into politics, I don't understand what they're trying to do.
Okay.
Because Nigeria seems to be a religious country because of poverty. Let me tell you, if Nigerians are living at 50%, not even covered at 50% of even like Ghanaians or people in Burkina Faso now, or we see ourselves in the shoes of people like Morocco, Algeria, Botswana. Just Botswana here, Rwanda is even a heaven, or South Africa. You will even drag people to go to church. I can assure you that. Unless you have not traveled out of the shores of this country to see what religion is all about. You have to worship God in the sense that you're happy and you're thanking God, not demanding. God has blessed Nigeria that we don't need to worry, we don't need to disturb God. Nigerians are disturbing God. Because He has blessed us. So what Erufai is saying to us, mentioning God, does not come close. Politics is politics, and politics is a game of the majority. When they ousted Jonathan from office, they planned their game. Jonathan was cruising. That's what he's telling those governors and Tinubu now. He's also telling Tinubu that don't rely on the governors. Because these are not the people voting. Where I would have, I would have want to hear Erufai is about the alteration of the Electoral Act. He has done his bit. He's among those who brought Tinubu to power and fell out with him. Although yesterday I listened to him, he said he did not have a personal relationship with Tinubu like he had with Buhari. But some of the Muslim clerics from the southwest came to meet him to leverage on him to help in delivering Tinubu. That was how he came into the midst. Before, when towards the tail end of his second tenure, he wanted to go for sabbatical leave to go and study. So Tinubu now said, we needed you, don't go yet, you are still young. So, but if he's saying this thing, what we are talking about is
I will cut you there. We will come back to this conversation on our next show. To you, our amazing viewers, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for joining us. It's amazing having you on set. I remain your host, Kasitoni. Is a bye for now.